My week in Malaysia was full of eating and just quality time with my family. And we parked in front of a Buddhist temple, and it had been there since the early 1800s. So it was beautiful energy in this area because it's full of temples. Then we got in the car and went and had the most amazing Chinese vegetarian food at the Goddess Kuan Yin restaurant. Then I went for a walk, and there was, of course, monkeys everywhere, so they're quite aggressive, so I had to be careful. But something really cool happened in the car.
I was just in the car with my mum, and she said to me, "Oh, your grandmother's jewellery box is here, and all her treasures are in it." And I was thinking, wow, I'm filming this during the week where we had the treasure chest on the thumbnail, and I was thinking that's so interesting. So I'm just about to go and have a rummage through to look at some of the treasures that have so much meaning that my grandmother left behind.
It was really sad going through her stuff. I could smell her still on her dress, but I found a few things and have got them with me. Then Kiran came really early in the morning to pick us up and took us to KLIA. And at KLIA, we walked past a shop, and there were all the golden horses in the pewter shop. Then it was a very, very busy time in the morning because the ASEAN summit was happening in Malaysia, but we got on the train. At 7:30 in the morning, I am at KLIA. The trip is over. It was always so hard to say bye to my parents, but I must get home to my Lucy.
I don't want to tip over the drum.
No,
Oh, you look tired.
I'm so
Always beautiful, but tired.
Keep talking.
Sorry. Okay. So. Oh, my brain's like swilling now, wondering really swilling. How can we
get you to de-swill your brain.
go through the sides?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
My brain's too tired.
Because now I feel scared.
Without me. Agreed.
This side.
Sorry. Oh. The Lord doesn't want me to be comfortable because I need to be squashed in.
Of course. Why would you get to be comfortable, Gaia? What are you doing?
I'm just looking.
Beautiful. Okay, you need to move in.
Oh. Squashed, squashed, squashed.
Can you breathe?
Barely.
Good.
She's trying to kill me. I don't know how to talk. Okay. Action! Oh. It was rather enthusiastic action. Welcome to the Beacon by Soul33 teachings for your past, present and future. Good morning, everybody. It is the 3rd of November. I always do this. Is it the 3rd of November? It is. Okay. Welcome to the Beacon by Soul33 teachings for your past, present and future. Good morning, everybody. It is the 3rd of November. I can't believe we are in Scorpio season. This is my season. As you can see, I'm back at home now after a trip away visiting my family, and I, put some videos at the beginning of this video so that you could just have a look to see the little bits and pieces that we've been up to. And of course, our little Lucy and Gaia comedy show that can happen throughout the week. But I'm really looking forward to this month because, yes, it's my birthday month and always a lot changes around this time for all of us. And those of you on the app will know that this month is all about the shedding of illusions because, us Scorpios are very deep individuals. We are people that don't really thrive on surface level lives in terms of conversation, our relationships, and all of that is going on for us at the moment to really consider and think about as we move through our lives. Now remember, if you're listening to this on the Beacon app, on YouTube, on Spotify, don't forget to do all the things: liking, tagging, subscribing, commenting, letting us know what's going on for you. It just keeps us really able to create more content for you, because I'm here every week regardless of where I am, and these soul progression lessons are not predictions. They are there for you to pay attention to what the energy is asking of us, and they are guided. As you know, lots of people will send me Instagram stories going, oh my God, what you said is related to what this feng shui person is saying, or what this person's saying. And it's really wonderful because it's all connected somehow. It's just that we all have our own ways of talking about it. And with Monday mantras, they're not just words. They are the energy shift that occurs for you if you really pay attention to what is going on in your body. This is why you should listen to Monday mantras 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and read them in between to see what it is that you need to remember for your soul progression during the week. They are also like chapters of a book. So if you are not understanding what the Monday mantra is about, come back to it. Go back to a couple of weeks ago. Come back to this one. That is what it's for, because we're all on different paths. We all have different things showing up for our life experience. And these Monday mantras are a guide of where can we focus our attention at this time to make life more meaningful, to make life more purposeful. And together we are figuring it out within this community. Okay. Let's have a look at last week's Monday mantra. Last week's Monday mantra, if you have a look at the thumbnail now of what Spirit asked me, well, Lucy and I create them together, but what we were guided to put on it, because they are like symbols. They are showing you something, and it was Bucephalus. But Bucephalus as in Alexander the Great's horse, Alexander the Great, who came to me a couple of weeks ago. And you can see that the horse has cracks in it. It's got the star on its forehead, just like Bucephalus did. And also in the corner, we've got the tree of life. It is within a pyramid because we are the Holy Trinity, the gateway to merging mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so all of that in mind, and we're moving, even though it's not officially Fire Horse Zodiac until February, that transition is happening now because I can feel it, and I can feel it through what Spirit is showing me. So we're preparing for next year, which is coming very, very soon right now. So the Monday mantra last week was, if I risk it, I know I am leading it, living my vision quest into a new way of life, guided by trust, courage, and soul. So I'm going to say that again. If I risk it, I know I am leading it, living my vision quest into a way of life, a new way of life, guided by trust, courage, and soul. Okay, I was in Malaysia. I was with my parents, and those of you who had good parents, fortunate enough to still have parents, there's something that happens to you when you're around your parents, regardless of how old you are. And I'm 42, and I had a wonderful time with my family. But when I came home, it was like a lot of my shadow side started to come out. The parts of me that can be very isolated, the parts of me that can want to be in confined spaces. And this was because I had experienced unconditional love firsthand through action while I was in Malaysia. Because obviously for me, I know that my parents love me unconditionally. But when you're not around it, and you're someone that is controlling and that leads a lot of people and leads themselves, when you experience that kind of unconditional love, it was a risk for me. It was a risk because I was like, wow, I'm living my vision of just being loved for no reason, being loved for just being me. I'm not providing any services. I'm not doing anything. I'm being fed. I'm being loved. I'm being looked after for me. So I'd like to know what it is that you risked, even if it was an unconscious risk, because I really had to think about this Monday mantra as I went through the week. What did I risk this week? I risked letting go and letting love in, is what I did. And that was living my vision quest to be wanted and to be loved for no reason at all. And that was really courageous for me, because it's like I've come home and I've been feeling really sad, to be honest. Sad and flat are the words that I was feeling when I got home. I'm feeling a bit better now because it's been a few days, but it's that feeling of, oh, how do I keep this vision going? What is it that's coming up? Maybe that's including bringing in a community, being closer and creating a family. Maybe it is being more social. What is it for you? What did you risk? Now, as I go through the recap of the Monday mantra, really feel it in your body. What does this mean for you? Where is this showing up in your life? How do you apply this to your life? We've now moved into that Scorpio season, and it goes right up until the 21st of November. And Scorpio season, we are going to be looking at those deeper emotional currents, which could be those sides of you. Like for me, it was so weird. When I got home, I wanted to sleep on the floor in a confined space. I had this urge. It was so weird. Like I just wanted to sit under something, like a protective thing, which, you know, the Scorpio can be protective until it's provoked. And so it's this sort of emotional currents which are coming up that are waiting for you to come out of that shell when you're feeling less protected. And so that's where we're in this shell a little bit at the moment. And the shell can be like Alexander the Great's armor, where this is how I stay protected, but I am sometimes wanting to remove that armor so that I can be more intimate in my relationships, that I can unveil the truths, that there are sheddings of what no longer serves us, no need to be so protected anymore. It's this shift that we've made from Libra, water sign, into the intensity of Scorpio, which is also a water sign. And we'll talk about this week's Monday mantra in a moment. But there is this period at the moment where that wounded healer, and that's what I exactly was, had this beautiful, it was quite a balanced week in Malaysia. I wasn't on a real high, but it was very balanced joy that I felt. And then I came back and it was like, here are the wounds, wanting unconditional love without conditions. And I'm saying this repeatedly, not for me, but also for all of you as well. The emphasis of what is hidden, shared resources, psychological depth, transformation of identity, and what you can do is to revisit the deeper relationships. And there's nothing deeper really than the relationship that comes from our parents, because they're either traumatizing us or they're setting a standard of what is really important. What is it for you? What are the power dynamics in your relationships at the moment? Exploring or releasing emotional and psychological baggage. Use this time to regenerate, to renew your sense of self. But a warning, be careful of the impulsive intensity, which I have been feeling. That impulsiveness, not impulsiveness to, well, actually, a little bit of aggressiveness is coming up. And aggressiveness can, because it's leaning towards that extreme side of Scorpio, which can be aggressive in some way, even aggressive in how you're communicating. There is deep healing work at the moment. That Holy Trinity is showing us where we are out of alignment. Is it the body? Is it the mind? Is it the soul? And how can we bring that all into harmony? Ask yourself, are you blaming others or external pressures for your inability to find balance within these three aspects? If you're feeling bouts of jealousy, it's time to look at that also. Where is the blame for how you are feeling and the position that you might be in? A few weeks ago, we were talking about the attachments we have to people, situations, or outcomes. And Spirit is now looking at how we are to connect rather than to be attached. So can you see connections as a source of genuine scarcity? isn't it interesting that came out of my mouth? So I'm going to say it the way that it came out of my mouth again, rather than what is written. Can you see your connections as a source of genuine scarcity? So what that tells me that it came out of my mouth that way is that maybe we are looking at connections as a scarce resource rather than a place of security, because scarcity is fear. So then we have attachments born from fear and insecurity rather than feeling secure in our connections. This is really interesting with Scorpio because it's been coming up for me, looking through the corner of my eye. Am I safe? Do I need to stay in my shell? Spirit also reminds us to choose what our hearts desire, not just what feels safe or familiar. Growth really happens from a place of comfort. Remember who you are, a beautifully imperfect being. You know, we can all be hard on ourselves, especially when we feel things that are a bit icky is the word that wants to come up. But learning and healing through every experience as that wounded healer is how we are going to transform, how we are going to come back to that place of risking feeling that way to see who will love you unconditionally anyway. And that's the thing, when we're in relationships, can we show that side without the fear that they will abandon us or leave us? It's a test. This is a time to recharge, and I've been, waking up a bit later, very slow in the mornings, one jet lag, but also that flat feeling. And that is because we are gathering our strength so that we can start to take those inspired risks when we are ready to. Decide what you want, set clear boundaries and honor them. In doing so, you create the space your soul needs to expand and thrive. Now, this fire horse energy, now as you would have seen at the beginning of my video when I was walking past a shop, all the golden horses are put out because, traditionally Malaysian culture, because it's such a melting pot of cultures, people are buying their horse ornaments ready for next year. That was a pewter shop that I'd walked past and it caught my eye. I wasn't even looking. I was like, oh, there are all the horses showing us. They were galloping forward, ready for this 2026 fire horse, where it is energy, freedom, passion, and adventure, that fire element, that charisma, that intensity, that boldness, that even impulsiveness, which we need to be careful of at the moment because of the Scorpio season. But people that are going to be born or already born in the year of the horse, dynamic leaders, independent thinkers, and driven by creativity and purpose. And we all can generate from that energy that is being given to us as I speak. It has been, in October, a very transformative month in many ways. This, and with the mysteries coming up, because people are solving a lot of mysteries in their own life in the world. But this month is the shedding of illusions, getting to the depth, because more guidance is coming through. So remain devoted, remain committed as messages begin to arrive through your various sources. You are being recognized with a particular focus on your masculine energy, empowering you to create a new life, a new way of life. Wounded masculine also, which is what is coming up for me. Wounded masculine in wanting to be aggressive, wanting to show that side of things rather than coming back to that soft place, which is why Mother Earth and why I wanted to sleep on the floor when I got home, is to feel that support, forming new habits and liberating ourselves from old patterns. This is a fertile time as we transition now into early November. It's actually my grandmother's birthday today, the 3rd of November. She would have been 88, all the 8s lining up. The inner flame of passion, the solar energy is strong with that pyramid. It's like a solar gateway to bring everything into alignment. The inner flame of passion, while there may be challenges coming up, feelings of loss or periods of discomfort, these are great things to feel because we know there will be a breakthrough through that. These experiences coexist with joy, success, vitality, and clarity. You are fulfilling soul contracts. When you're around your family, there were things that my mum was saying and I was going, oh yeah, that's a trigger for me. I can see how that's a trigger for me. But remember, when we have soul contracts, We are remembering who we are, where we've come from, what fully comprises of what we are made up of, and we're being asked to hold space for this transformation. Spending time outdoors, reconnecting with your inner child, which I have been because I've been a child to my parents, and allowing yourself to forgive sudden changes that may disrupt your peace, which it was like a switch. The moment I said goodbye to my parents and then got in the car with Kiran, yes, you would have seen in the video, it was like a switch went off. It was like, oh, my mood has completely shifted. It was like such a disruption of the peace that I felt all week. But it was like there was a focus on that responsibility to let that inner child have a bit of a tantrum of like, I want my mummy. I want to be my fruit to be cut for me every day, which it had been because it was coming from such a place of genuine love. The week we've had is also bringing in a shift in perception, highlighting that what you see in the world can be a projection of your inner state. Wanting to see that unconditional love and receiving that love is what I saw, and then that sabotage can come in to go, maybe I don't deserve that. So what is it for you? Maintaining strong boundaries while staying loving, asking yourself how you feel about yourself, and be willing to receive the support you need. The mini lessons for the week: trust and devotion, masculine empowerment, grounding and authenticity, liberation and autonomy, luck and opportunity, creative fire, joy and vitality, transformation and transition, soul activation, you remembering who you are and honoring the fulfillment of your soul contracts to awaken the light of your essence, because not all contracts have amazing things in them that we want to be feeling, but we need to be feeling them. Forgiveness and release, perception and reflection, love and self relationships, support and grounding, sovereignty and boundaries, holding the space for all of those things. And you can read more on last week's Monday Mantra to understand those mini lessons a little bit more. This whole week that we've had, and as we transition into this week, is about balancing the inner and outer strength, bringing in the divine masculine energy in a positive way. And opposite holds true. If it's fallen off the wagon a bit, come back to yourself. Reconnect with your essence through nature. Navigate challenges with clarity and love by honoring those soul contracts for whatever reason that you have chosen to sign those contracts before you came into a physical body, and surrender to the guidance of your soul and the flow of life. With the transformative energies this week, they may bring painful changes, and it was really pain that I have been feeling, and not just for me but for all of us. But those moments of discomfort are shifts that are necessary to fulfill those soul contracts. So trust allows us to move through the endings and losses with grace, opening the space for joy, vitality, success, clarity to enter our lives through community, family, and social connections. Hold firm in your sovereignty, maintaining strong boundaries while staying loving and fully embody your presence. By trusting in the flow, you align with your soul's purpose, navigate change gracefully, and step into authenticity, empowerment, and abundance. Really, as I'm looking at that and reading through it now with you, I can see all of those things that happened in my week. If I risk it, I know I'm leading it. Living my vision quest into a new way of life guided by trust, courage, and soul. As we move through the week, I picked a card for you, which was the spiritual growth card number 24 with Buddha on it. Now, I love that this card came up for us the week that we've had, because it's a reminder that all that is unseen is still growing us. Every challenge, pause, or redirection is a part of the spiritual evolution unfolding beneath the surface. Spiritually, the number 24 carries the vibration of the Lovers, number 6. And Spirit had showed me that in my third eye when I was typing this out. And they were saying, this is that through love, that is where movement comes in. I've been talking about unconditional love. Through love, that is where movement comes in. The Chariot, a journey from connection and choice to confident, heart-led movement. Through the Lovers card, number 6, we learn about love, unity, and power of alignment, choosing what and who resonates with our heart. As we move into the Chariot, number 7, that love becomes our fuel for forward motion. We hand the reins to the divine, trusting that our courage and clarity will carry us towards a higher purpose. This is the transition from October to November. The worlds and Holy Trinity are merging. And here we are with the spiritual growth card, number 24, the embodiment of this transition that we are making together. We take risks based on what we feel we know to be true, and that can evolve and change as we experience more, have more wisdom, and grow. We grow not physically or emotionally, but spiritually. So the physical discomforts are growing us spiritually. This week that we've just had, let your heart's desire be the compass that moves you without fear. The number 24 is the energy of building a stable foundation rooted in love, empathy, responsibility, whether in relationships, soul purpose, or spiritual work. Heart-centered service, balance between giving and receiving, divine support in building foundations, harmony in relationships, manifesting from the heart chakra. And as you move with love as your chariot, let your choices be guided by the heart to steer you toward the path of growth and grace. There's so much, and I'm feeling so much in my body as I'm talking about this. It's almost like tremors. And if you're feeling that too, let me know, because something is shaking. The cracks in the horse on the thumbnail for last week is what is enabling us to choose the item, the instrument, even the weapon that we need. In Hinduism, the goddesses and gods hold a lot of weapons, not to hurt people, but to destroy those darker energies. And we've just come out of that Diwali energy, the light overshadow. Your extended meaning of the Monday mantra. What if the real risk is not in losing or failing, but in finally becoming who you've always known yourself to be, without waiting for anyone to give you permission, without needing to be shown the way? You are the way. This Scorpio season in 2025 calls forth this kind of courage, the courage to trust your own inner knowing. Even when the path ahead is shrouded in mystery, the waters of Scorpio are deep and transformative, dissolving illusions, unveiling the truth, and awakening the soul to its authentic power. This is the moment to take the risk of being fully you, even if it means letting go of what once made you feel safe. To risk being who you always wanted to be is an act of liberation. It's stepping out of patterns born from fear or attachment and into connection rooted in truth. It's surrendering to the transformation, the holy trinity of mind, body, and soul, aligning in devotion to your higher path. Scorpio energy reminds you that endings are never just endings. They are openings for renewal, clarity, and creation. So much to think about there. And before we move into this week's Monday mantra, don't forget, I am always here for you, but I'm only one person. So therefore, there are other services to be able to connect with me somehow. We've got the link to the app below. You can gift memberships. You can renew there. If you need any other help, Kiran is the person to email, but there are mini readings, soul magics, personalized meditations, all various ways to receive some healing, some brief guidance and energy shift. And so Kiran is the person to email. Be patient with replies, but her email is soulthirtythree@gmail.com. The link is below also. And just be clear with your subject title so she knows how to respond to you and what you are seeking help with. I just want to say thank you because, as you know, someone has generously gifted us a lot of memberships to give away, and then that's brought another person forward. And I just want to thank you so much for your very, very kind gift that you have given us to be able to put towards our app. the app has been such a labor of love for so many years, and I couldn't upgrade it all at once because I just didn't have the financial capacity. I've had to do it over the years, but the version that we have now is really amazing, and we will keep growing and we will keep building to make it even better for you. Okay, this week's Monday mantra, have a look at the thumbnail. What is on here? What am I doing? What is in the small box? What are the words? I awaken the warrior and release what no longer serves me. I am my real self. My thoughts, intentions, and actions align with my highest vision. This week is the courage to awaken between worlds and beyond boundaries. Safety has been a reoccurring theme. Do we feel safe within our relationships and within ourselves? The pyramid energy of mind, body, and soul is revealing where our focus and balance are most needed at this time. And this is a preparation for that powerful 1111 frequency that we've got coming up. There's a sharp energy, a very sharp kind of crack of the whip, stab of the sword. And this energy is coming through the collective right now, cutting through illusion, exposing the truth. Emotions may feel intense, swinging from high to low and creating moments of inner rigidity or resistance. But remember to keep your eyes on the light. For me, I see more light when my eyes are closed. To dream, to imagine, and to find a better way forward. This week is about reclaiming your power and creating momentum. Consider ways to expand your skills or knowledge to support your growth. It's time to reach out and claim what is destined for you. So what tool, what instrument, what weapon do you need to help you create that momentum? Uplift yourself, enjoy the abundance around you, and appreciate the material blessings in your life. Just be mindful not to lose yourself in the highs. Step forward with inspiration and confidence and allow yourself to embody leadership in all that you do. The Scorpio season that we are in now, it really deepens this week, pulling us into the mystery of life, death, and renewal. The veils are thin, the air is electric, and the unseen is speaking clearly to those who are willing to listen. And this week, we had the Day of the Dead yesterday for our Mexican followers who are remembering ancestors, who are bringing in the gratitude of the connection with the spirits of those who have gone before us. And I love that for us because they are our soul contracts. This is not a time of mourning, but reunion. When the living and the dead meet in love, I'm not talking just necessarily physical death either. Think beyond that. The ancestors remind us that the cycle of endings and beginnings is eternal, and that every transformation we face is simply another passage into more truth, more life, more light. Spiritually, this week opens what we only can be described as a cosmic gateway, that pyramid gateway that we started talking about last week, an alignment of energy that connects our thoughts, emotions, and spirit into one potent stream of creation. Your thoughts are magical and powerful now. They are spells shaping new realities. Pay attention to what you think, what you say, what you give energy to, because the universe is listening. Mars in Sagittarius opposes Uranus retrograde in Gemini on the 4th, which is tomorrow if you're listening to this on the 3rd. This alignment strikes like lightning. Bzz, the electric, the sharpness. Mars, the warrior of will, courage, and passion, into Sagittarius, so it ignites that fire of expansion, truth, and spiritual adventure, preparing us for next year. Mars here moves with conviction, daring to act, to leap, to trust in divine timing. Across the sky, Uranus retrograde vibrates and it's in Gemini with restless electricity. This is why I'm feeling the tremors. I'd forgotten I'd written this. It shakes loose the old thought forms, outdated beliefs, and rigid patterns that keep you confined. Being retrograde, Uranus rebellion is turned inwards. It awakens the inner genius, the radical thinker, and the intuitive visionary within. When these two meet in opposition, the tension becomes transformative. Mars wants movement, also wants war, so be careful with that. That's why Spirit has asked me to use weapons, because we've all got weapons inside of us with our words and our behaviors. Uranus demands freedom. One pushes forward, the other breaks apart. The energy can manifest as sudden impulses, unexpected turns, awakenings, or even chaos that forces clarity. But spiritually, this is a friction that is important because it's the alchemy that births evolution. It's the universe's way of saying you cannot stay small anymore. The crack of the whip. Something this week is like a crack of the whip, a stab of the sword, a burst of lightning, a sharp divine signal to get moving. Energy speaks of tension, conflict, and the friction required to spark transformation. Now, this is not a punishment, it's propulsion. You are being stirred awake so that you can move again where it has been stagnant. And so this balance is wanting to come in because these boundaries, as you can see on the thumbnail, are not walls. They are lines of alignment to restore harmony. And the energy of ceremony rises this week as well. An invitation to consciously mark this transition. Perhaps it's the rituals that anchor your evolution. Perhaps you're having a birthday. Mine's coming up soon. It's, in my mind, what do I do to have a ceremony for my birthday? And what has ended. Ceremony stabilizes energy. It gathers your spirit back into coherence. This reassurance of golden light that comes from the fire. It's to help confirm the path unfolding is a blessed path for all of us. Stability returns through faith. This light of renewal re-energizes us after a period of intensity, and this pulse of creation, re-establishing rhythm in our body and our life. These light codes are coming in strong through this gateway, this cosmic gateway, calling in for future vision, power recall, and higher thinking. Some of you might be having more extraterrestrial activity this week. They're just telling me that. These are downloads from source that advance your consciousness, reminding you of your own galactic wisdom. Trust that what arrives as spontaneous insight or creative impulse, it's actually guidance from your higher self, the extraterrestrials, ancestors, guides, whatever it may be for you. The energy, ruler of resilience and movement. I'm also picking up Neptune right now, okay? Just letting you know. The ruler of resilience and movement joins this frequency, infusing courage and steady determination. This is the time to re-energize your life, to rebuild from truth, and truth, not from habit. There is a reminder to be at peace. Amid change, you are the calm center. From stillness comes clarity. The soul codes of the week, the warrior. You have come so far, and this warrior energy is resilience, persistence, and the sacred tests of faith. High priestess, your intuition is at peak. You are guided by knowledge and the divine feminine wisdom of the subconscious. Fire, the element of passion and purpose, a reminder that a focused mind, emotional intelligence, and deliberate action are the keys to your mastery. Align your thoughts with your actions. Concentration and integrity will magnetize results. This week is not meant to be easy, it's meant to be real. It is the week that the soul stretches beyond comfort and into density. Through remembrance, ceremony, and consciousness, and that's what your action is to have some form of ceremony. You are reawakening the parts of yourself that had gone quiet. Mars and Uranus create a flashpoint that propels you forward toward greater authenticity and spiritual independence. Your intuition is going to be heightened at this time. Your mind sharp, your energy focused, trust your inner fire and move deliberately. The universe is aligning around your courage. The courage that you have is what's going to be coming up for you, because this is an alchemy of awakening. The storm before the calm. So that's the other way around. The storm before the calm. You are becoming the bridge between spirit and matter, past and future, self and soul. Don't doubt, they're telling me. Don't sabotage with doubt. Be steady in your transformation, and remember, your thoughts are not just your thoughts, they are creation itself. So tune in deeply and awaken your inner truth. You're being called to see beyond the surface through your third eye. Trust your intuition. Recognize the messages that are being offered, and bring in the clarity that comes when you align with your highest knowing. We've got a full moon this week, and the full moon is on the 5th, so we're doing a lot of clearing. This is why the week before some of us may have been sensitive to releasing our wounds. This is a super moon in Taurus, and this is about balance between stability and transformation. And so Venus is emphasized here. Love, sensuality, material comfort. This full moon is where we are being asked to seek stability, and where we may need to release attachments that no longer serves us. So we can see why Spirit's been talking to me about connection rather than attachment. It encourages us to ground ourselves in the present moment and access our relationships with abundance, both material and emotional. So astrologically, this particular full moon is challenging us to confront deep-seated fears and to bring in that change, and this dynamic combination of peace and contentment in the familiar can actually lead to the breakthroughs that we've been resistant to change. So the themes to explore: resource management, evaluate how you manage your time, energy, and finances; emotional boundaries, consider where you may need to set firmer boundaries in relationships; gratitude practice, cultivate gratitude for your abundance; release and renewal, identify areas where you can let go of outdated beliefs. So to work with this energy, part of your action and ceremony: meditation, journaling, spending time outside, reflecting on your personal values and how they influence your decisions. This is a powerful time to release, but it's also a powerful time to make a home, a safe home. A lot there, but we are going to integrate everything that we have just talked about. So as you close your eyes, if you're not driving, we've got a meditation that we will put up. If not already, it's already up to support the energy of this week. And we want to just put you in a state of your vision quest that we were bringing in the energy of last week, to be able to dream and journey to awaken the warrior within you, so that you can reach through the emotional waters and receive your destiny, what you need to fulfill your destiny. And you may want to indulge in some hedonistic pleasures this week, to want something to fulfill, but not looking for that quick fix, because you are leading what is coming to you. And that element of water is washing over you now, so that you can be in the flow state as you move on your chariot forward through the cosmic gateway of the pyramid, so that you can upskill, remain protected, but have action towards reclaiming your power, knowing that whatever you want materially is absolutely fine to want and receive, as long as it's for your freedom and it's not just the thing that you want to keep you happy in this moment. You are on the path of light, and it means moving through the shadow so that you can heal that wounded masculine father healing at this time, so that you can come back to that true essence of your warrior. Remember, I am always here for you. I'm only one person. Thank you for those being patient in when you see me. I'm doing my very, very best to see people as I can. But there are all the various ways to see me, including the app, which we have all the homework every week. Everything's now really easy to navigate and use. So join us there with that community. We are always working behind the scenes on making it better. Kiran is the person to email, soulthirtythree@gmail.com. I want to thank you all for being here, for being a part of the soul progression movement, because your Monday mantra, as I'm bringing in and closing off today's chapter, I awaken the warrior and release what no longer serves me. I am my real self. My thoughts, intentions, and actions align with my highest vision. I'll see you all next week. I need you to blindfold me, Lucy.
Okay.
Oh, the things that we do.
The things that we do for the thumbnail.
I know.
Why are you taking so long? Because I want it to look good. Okay, going on. Now I'm gonna run away. If people are watching us through the window, they'll be like, what the hell are those two doing in there? Okay.
Oh, do you want me to slippers off?
What? And hold on, am I getting your whole body?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, because you're gonna be like, oh, I can't see. I think that'll be quite good actually. You can take off your blindfold. The light.
Oh yeah.